Good afternoon, division members. I'm here before you today in beautiful Fort Monroe, District 2, my very first assignment in front of Marine 2. Purpose for being with you here today is all too often you see emails from me, you see documents from me, but they don't mean the same when you put in words to paper as they do when you're hearing a voice from me. So I wanted to put a voice from me to you with some of the things that are going on in the city of Hampton. First and foremost, probably one of the biggest questions, Chief Lehman, after 6.5 years, has chosen to retire effective December 1st. I wanted to recognize him for everything that he's done for the division in his past 6.5 years. Apparatus, equipment, ISO, accreditation, the list goes on. And they're awfully big shoes to fill. So you're probably asking, what does this mean to you and what does this mean to the division? Well, right now, what this means to you is my goal is for you not to see any change between when he was here and when he was not here. I intend to maintain everything that he had started and the leadership that he provided you. That is my goal. So what are the temporary plans? I'm honored to have been asked to step into the role of interim fire chief by the city manager. I hope that that's a vote of confidence for me and for my leadership abilities. However, I know it's very early. I know this is a new position for me. However, I also have been brought up by some pretty fantastic leaders over the time, much like you have. So I'm hoping some of that transfers over from me to you to be able to provide you the best service that I can, just as you are an internal customer to me. What are the future plans? I do not know how long I will be in this position as interim fire chief or what my plans are right now. But I do know, as they have done in the past, this will likely be an external search for a fire chief. That's typically what they do for police chief and for fire chief. I would not expect them to do anything any differently then. But I can tell you, from me to you, I will do my best for as long as I'm in this position to lead you ahead. I wanted to give you some brief updates on the budget status of where we are now. The budget status is a long process that takes place early on in the year for the next fiscal year. We've already started that process, and we did so a little earlier than we typically do for more preparation plans within the city. Right now, they are not accepting any new requests for budget. They're trying to keep it even keel right now. However, what I can tell you is, as you know with the city, their main priority is to protect you and your salaries. And as it looks right now, there is no forecast in the future for layoffs within the city as part of the budget reduction scenario. That's for now. I'll put that out there now. One of the processes we have to go through each year is a budget reduction exercise scenario. Each department head is required to provide what it would take to cut 1%, 3%, and 5% of their budget should the need arise near the end of the budget season. So I was asked to do that, and with, of course, the help of our administrative staff, we prepared that. And I don't think the specifics are necessarily important right now unless they become a reality. However, I did my best, we did our best to make sure that whatever reductions were suggested had the least amount of impact to you and to the services that we provide. For the capital improvement plan, we do a 5-year capital improvement plan. This one is the capital improvement plan for FY19 through FY23. We do this every year and we update that plan based on our priorities. And right now for our capital improvement plan, the things that we have on that list are replacement of fire station number 1, station number 2, station number 6, our PPE, new hazmat vehicle, and 4 vehicles for fire prevention. Now each time we do that, we're asked again to come back each year and prioritize that. Those priorities do change from time to time, and I will say that right now PPE is extremely important to what you do every day. So that receives top priority. So we're hoping that comes through and we're able to replace our PPE, full PPE, throughout the next 5 years. So let's talk about vacancies. We all know we have vacancies in the division, and right now we're looking at 8 vacancies. My intention is to continue with the hiring process, which Scott Doggett and his staff are doing an excellent job with. They have just completed their interview process of around 120 applicants. These were the applicants that were in Band A and Band B, which are the top 2 bands provided to us by our contracted entity. So we interviewed approximately 120 applicants for this process. And I need to give a shout out to Captain Capes, Lieutenant Jeff Davis, Tracy Williams, and Lauren Cudley for serving on the panel. They volunteered to do this, and they provided excellent leadership during this panel process and volunteering their time to assist the division. Certainly could not have had such an effective process without them. In the meantime, we're doing some preparation for making offers to 8 individuals. That number could change, but right now we're looking at 8. And we're looking at also providing a Tidewater Regional Fire Academy, or now it's the Hampton Roads Recruit Fire Academy, and trying to put those recruits into another academy with another jurisdiction. So there's a lot of moving parts with this that all have to align to make it work. So that's the plan right now, to fill those 8 vacancies. Should more vacancies occur between now and, let's say, June of next year, we will still have a good list to pull from to hire. And we're also looking at a pre-qualified hiring process to bring on those members that are already qualified to hit the floor. I know that's what helps the floor a lot more quickly than putting recruits to the academy. But we're trying to put the best applicant in the best spot to assist in the field. Update on EMTI. Rumors have it, and you may have heard, that EMTI will be no longer as of June of 2018. That means that if you are currently an EMTI, you can maintain that certification forever. But if you want to become an EMTI after that period of time, EMTI goes away. So we're faced with quite the challenge here in the division, because right now EMTI is our entry-level position for medic firefighter. So what do we do? What do we do with A? What do we do with P? How do we make sure we have enough ALS providers? These are all challenges we're facing right now, and my intention is to not make the decision on my own. My intention is to pull in professional standards and some of you on the floor to help solve this issue going forward. Automatic mutual aid status. As of last Wednesday, we are live with all 3 bordering jurisdictions. Stations 3, 6, and 11. Correction, stations 3, 6, and 9 are now all on board with automatic mutual aid with Newport News. There have been a few hiccups here and there, but we are working through those. Occasionally, I will receive an email, phone call, or text about an issue that may have occurred during one of these mutual aid requests, and I certainly appreciate those, and I'll let you know that those get addressed that day, and we try to find a resolution while we work through this automatic mutual aid process. But it has been very beneficial to both Newport News and Hampton so far. I appreciate your assistance with that. So giving back to you during the holidays. Everybody knows about the annual turkey trot. It's been, we've been doing this for several years. Chief Lehman continued that when he came on board. And it's an exciting time for us because we get to come out to the stations. But there's one issue. We're always constantly looking at CAD to see which units are in station. And it's not uncommon for us to get to a station and you're out on a call. Well, that kind of gets away from the whole purpose of us coming out to see you and spend a little time with you. So I was thinking that there would be something a little bit better than that, than just the turkey trot. Instead, this year, we're looking at having a cookout at Thomas Street, where me, assistant chiefs, some of the battalion chiefs, we're going to be cooking for you. We'll have you come out just like we do for EMS week, spend some time socializing, and just hanging out and having a good time. So that's my idea, to kind of bring the holidays to you this year. And I wanted to give a few shout outs to some of our members who spent some of their quality time away from their family, deployed to other areas. We had Captain Capes and Captain Heckle with the Hampton Roads Incident Management Team deployed for Hurricane Irma down to southern Florida. They spent 2 weeks down there away from their families and did a great job, according to reports, although they spent quite a bit of significant time away from their families. Lieutenant Woodcock with Virginia Task Force 2 spent some time in Puerto Rico for Hurricane Irma as well. And Medic Firefighter Curry had 2 deployments. He was in Texas for Hurricane Harvey, and again in Puerto Rico for Hurricane Irma. So shout out to those guys for helping out those that rely on us. So that's all I have for you now. My intention is to try to do this every few weeks, so you're getting something from my voice to you rather than reading something on paper or from an email. Thank you.